Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on the time that you've come to visit me today. I am Shariananda, and many of you are already following topics. Each week, we provide a new topic taken from the letters of my clients and those interested in receiving a response to the questions that they have regarding their lives. I'd like to remind you that the Oracle Shariananda is available daily from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., with the exception of Sundays, to take your questions and to see you in office. You can get answers face to face on Skype as well. So please go to my website, www.bricksite.com/Shariananda, and put your question in. Also, this week we have a special going on with Downtown, which is an advertising vehicle, and we're offering 1,000 krona reading of 60 minutes for 349 krona. So if you want to get in on that deal, then I recommend that you get to www.downtown.dk quick, fast, and in a hurry. As I was saying to you, each week we provide a topic, and those topics, in and of themselves, are concerned with job, career, work, finances and money, love, relationship, marriage, health, state of mind, direction and guidance, legal matters, outcomes and decisions, people who are seeking spiritual path guidance, as well as other decision making matters of the heart. And finally, of course, family and friends. So if you are among those who are following me and also probably thinking over parts of your life that you would like to have just a second view of, then I am the lady for you to work with. I have gifts of clairvoyance, empathy, telepathy, psychometry, as well as of deep meditation and massage. All of these modalities are put together for healing practices. But mostly, the healing that I have been granted is through the Holy Spirit, and it resides in my voice and in the being that I am. So, let me work with you in the future when you have need. In the meantime, let's hear from this week's topic. This letter this week comes from JT, and JT is a 50-year-old Libran who is in the midst of a divorce with his longtime wife, and he has friendship, shall we say, on the side of a 26-year-old woman. Here's his question. Will I lose her? Please realize it took a lot for me to come here today, and I was hoping you can provide some insight. I know it will take months to work, for there's a lot going on in my life. I just feel like after the storm, better days will be ahead. Her name is S. Her birthday is in 1987. She is Virgo. My birthday is 1963, and I'm Libra. I know I'm not the best person to her. I have a lot going on in my life. My wife and I are in the early stages of splitting up. I love my family. I love my wife. Just feel like my marriage is barely holding on by a thread. She has been there for me. That is S. During this 3-year journey, I have developed feelings for her. To be honest with myself, I love her. I don't know if she will wait. I haven't actually been her knight in shining armor. I said things that may have potentially hurt her and pushed her away. I just want to know if she will stick around while I sort out my life. She makes attempts to contact me now, but there's a lot going on in my head. I'm battling against myself here. My heart says one thing, my head says another. It's too much, too difficult. I know we're soulmates and I don't want to lose her. So don't judge me or think I'm greedy, that I want both women. I'm from a different era. I'm more traditional. I'm not sure I know how to leave my wife and start over. The problem is I'm afraid of starting over, afraid of getting hurt, which is why I push her away. With her, I can be myself. She makes me comfortable, and I end up opening up to her, which scares me. Please, any insight or vibes you can offer about this situation? I know there aren't a lot of men who would do this. So here's my response. Jay, I send you a blessing of peace, and may wisdom guide you. Your conflicts and confusions are understandable. You have two loves and no clear path with either. You want to let go and you want to hold on to your wife. You want the young lady to wait, knowing you have no claim on her. You have dreams and you have fears, and you're vulnerable as you see yourself in the mirror of your consciousness and desire. As I said, it's understandable. As a man who once took serious vows to love until death do you part, you must have experienced some terrible breach in your marriage to cause you to turn to another. Unless, of course, this other young woman is that breach. It cannot feel good to know that you have broken your vows and your wife is willing to relinquish hers. She and you are on the rocks because you stopped trying and forgiving. The other woman, this 26-year-old, may engage your senses and your libido. She may make you feel good and comfortable, but she's not a partner for you as a man of 50. You say you are soulmates, but I wonder if you understand the implication of that. Soulmates are equal and free to be together. They are not constrained by previous ties or ongoing relationships. They're not playing one lover against the other to have the pleasure and the company of another. They have complementary gifts and talents, and they are able to work together as equals. They do not take advantage of one another's time or energy and emotions. So I'm wondering, do you get what I'm driving at? I'm sorry to say what I'm saying, so listen to this as if I'm talking to somebody else. But in this instance, you're a classic case of the middle aged man seeking renewal and transformation in the arms of a young woman. She doesn't have the years to meet your emotional needs or your great experience. She doesn't have the resources to be your woman either because she hasn't yet made her way through life. So, should you step into her life, what you will do is become her father figure, her authority figure, and also her owner and her director because your money, your experience, your know how will be the overarching sensibility. In other words, you will shackle her to you with your financial and mature sophistication. And she doesn't have the vision um, as she would have if you two were starting out at the same age. And it takes 2 or 3 years after a divorce to put your affairs in order, sometimes longer depending on how long the marriage has lasted. So you're asking her to wait on you through some very important childbearing years. Also, you're asking her to give up that 25 years of her life that you've already lived. So you're asking too much, and I think it's a little selfish. I don't want to hurt you. I just want you to understand what you're asking. You ask for insight, and this is the best that I can give. So you say you're afraid of being hurt, like you're the only victim in this game. Your wife is being hurt. Your girlfriend is being hurt. And you're hurting yourself trying to have your cake and eat it too. I know you say that you've gone through a lot of changes, fighting between your heart and your head to keep her away or to pull her to you or to ask her to wait. You know it's all wrong. But even though you've convinced yourself it's all painful and agonizing for you, I don't know that you care about her, and if you care about your wife, you're thinking of yourself because you want what you want and you want to get out of this thing unscathed and just go to the next relationship. But you're not really that mixed up. And I can't see it through your eyes or think that you need mercy in this situation. Can I? Because, in a way, I'm your peer. I'm in my 60s, and I've been with enough younger lovers to know that they cannot bear the weight of our experience or what we've seen. And they can't see it the way we see it. They can be wise beyond their years, but not as experienced or be as able to sort things based on experience. So again, I ask you, are you willing to be not only her lover, but her father, her brother, and her friend? And you will become a sort of keeper. And your wife is probably around your age, and you'll be forcing her to start over, which is your choice, of course. But she has a home and some stability, and now all of that will be lost to her. She will hope to find someone else too, but first she has to heal, and only you can help her do that. So my suggestion is that you work to bring the marriage to a sweet understanding and to end it in a way that you both win. You need to free your conscience. You paint a picture of yourself as honestly showing your duplicity and admitting your past errors. And you admit pushing the young woman away. But maybe it's not real. Maybe you ought to take one step at a time and do the honorable thing. Complete your process with your wife. Let that young lady go for now. Give her the room and the rope to be free while you set things straight. Otherwise, you compromise her morally with adultery, and you compromise your own soul with duplicity and dishonesty, and you hurt your wife by adding to her pain. You are mistaken to think that a lot of men do not write for help or reveal their innermost hearts and confusions. I get more letters from men than from women. So put your ego away, put your sense of shame away, put away your doubts, and put away everything that's making you feel confused, and know your humanity. It's okay to love, and it's okay to move on, but not before you clear the way. This is the honorable thing. You'll respect yourself a lot more if you make the right choices for your wife, for yourself, and for us. And if you lose your young lady in the mix, know that there's still greater love for you and that you will find it and you deserve it for doing the right thing. All right, so that is what I told John. And if you have a concern and you would like me to work with you, please let me know. Just send me an email and we'll work out payment and whatever is necessary. Thank you very much. I am Shariananda. Please come back again and let's talk again on topics.